Yo, it's poppin'. It's your boy Cassius Cuvée, man. We ready to just get things poppin'. Get it set up in here, you feel me? Doing this live stream. What's poppin', y'all? I think I found a top tier, a whole different ball game. Look at what we got here, cause everything is on chain. 100, keep it 100. The internet computer got anything you want, yeah. Shout out to my ICP folks out there, or anybody who just bum my music in general. We're getting this live stream party started. It's your boy Cassius Cuvée, man. I'm deep diving, cooking out the dashboard. Got every single thing that I could ask for, plus more. Utility, I want that. Smart contract. About to dip because it's a different type of crypto. Had a little bit, but it's legit. I'm about to get more. The backbone of Web3 is meant to be the number one. And time will see with me, I'm in it for the long run. I hodl ICP, yeah, I hodl ICP. As far as I can see, the future's looking bright to me. I hodl ICP, yeah, I hodl ICP. Future Web3 is looking real bright to me. Yo. Boy Cassius Cuvée, man, we getting lit. Gonna hit the town tonight. Hit the city, I should say, San Francisco. Little rooftop penthouse party. We're just getting the live stream warmed up, man. Wait for everybody to join. Shout out to the private Discord group. We got some new members in there. We got some people really learn how to trade, man. We really been winning. I got some great testimonials. When you come into the group, make sure you check out the testimonials tab. People leaving voice messages. And we only getting started, man. We only been on a week and a half. And we ain't gonna stop. So shout out to everybody who's been out there trading. Getting money. If you shorted this mess, down here, that pump, the reverse, just following the Market Cipher momentum waves right here. Looks like we're gonna get it started here. If you live out there in the chat, say what's up to your boy Cassius Cuvée. Make sure I know you can hear me and I can hear you, and we're gonna get it going. Oh, this is my song, man. You know what I'm saying? I took off my album, brand new plug, off of Spotify and stuff, and this was one of the chill bangers on there. I made this beat too, but kind of want to put it back out, man. Who's going to the Bitcoin conference, man? Who am I going to see there? That's what I want to see. I want to know who am I going to see at the Bitcoin conference. Tell the chat we live now. Right here chilling in my zone. Just leave me alone. Better leave me alone. And I know I'm going to make it on my own. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. And this is the best thing about learning how to trade. When you really learn for yourself, you don't have to watch any of the gurus and anybody who's out there on YouTube and try to follow people and chase people, because you have your own thesis. And that's really ultimately what I'm trying to do here is, yes, I have strategies that teach people how to trade, strategies that can help you tighten up your skill set. Maybe you already know how to trade. But ultimately, I need to teach you what to look for. And it's easy to get misled because there's so many people out there with so many strategies that, you know, if you're a type of person who likes to learn a lot, you're going to think, oh, man, all I need to do is learn the perfect formula and I'm going to get it. That's not really how trading works. If there was one formula, somebody smarter than you would have already figured it out, and then it's like the market wouldn't be a market, right? So there's always going to be something. There's always going to be a market. It's never going to be like, oh, AI solved the market. It doesn't work that way because you're always trading against somebody. So for those who don't understand, there's always two sides to every trade. There's a buyer and a seller, and there's a spread in the middle, okay? This is for anything, stocks, crypto, whatever. So a market, you know, when people disagree, that's what makes a market, right? So basically, you got to figure out how to be ahead of the curve, ahead of the trend. That's really what trading is all about. And, you know, how do you find that out, right? There's a lot of sentiment tests out there. Perhaps, you know, you're just good at reading Twitter. Yo, we got some people in the chat. Hen Dog's in the house. My man, Chris Delinsky's in the house. We got some heavy hitters in this place, man. You guys don't even know, man. We're talking about blockchain dev experts and black belts and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? We got some serious heavy hitters. When I say heavy hitters in this case, I mean it literally. My man Henry. But Chris also heavy hitter on the AI stuff. But yeah, basically, man, I just want to make sure everybody has their own way of trading, their own style. You'll eventually figure it out on your own. You feel me? Because then you don't have to follow any one person and try to figure out what they're doing. And oh man, I'm late, I'm behind. Boom, 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 boom. I just jump on the charts every morning. You guys, I opened my eyes. It was like 5 a.m. Yo, Blockchain Cowboy in the house. Got to give a shout to Blockchain Cowboy. He gave me a great compliment. Really, just I'm trying to help the community. This is what it's all about, man. Let me pull up. I'm gonna pull up that quote real quick one time from Blockchain Cowboy. This is in the chat here. It's actually I put it in the testimonial section. Right here. Let's see if we can make this a little bit bigger for people to read it. Can y'all read it? Basically, he's just talking about how his trading improved just by joining my group for only a matter of like a week, less than, whatever, about 7 days or something, 5 days. And I think part of it was about, I'm a big proponent of always trying to teach people when to take profit, right? It's so easy to believe, oh, the next leg is going higher, next leg is going higher. And it's hard enough to get a good entry, right? Hard enough when you get a good entry, and then you finally get one. You know what I'm saying? You're like, I'm green. I want to ride this, baby. I want to ride this rocket to the moon. But, man, good things come to an end when it comes to trading. You see how this goes up, and then it comes back down again. So it's okay to bat singles. You feel me? It's okay to bat singles. And that's what, you get in, you get out, and there's always another trade. Stack those wins up, baby. 4 singles, 4 base hits equal a home run. You feel me? And you can do them over and over and over and over again. So this is the Bitcoin chart. And then, of course, we called out my favorite shitcoin to short here, Degen, in the private chat. And just so you guys know, it's free to join my private group. All I ask is that you use my Phemex link to sign up. My Phemex referral code is right down here on the bottom right, GMMNX5. In the chat, or I should say the description of this video, I have the referral link. So it'll take you right to the page. And then you just want to make sure that invite code is in there. And that's how you'll sign up for Phemex. So instead of paying me, because my private group chat costs $99 a month. So instead of paying me the $99, for the first 50 people, I'm giving them 1 year for free. There's about 20 slots left. And I want you guys to put that money into your own account. So that way you have some money to trade with. I don't want your first $99. I want you to have it in the bank. Have it in the Phemex exchange so you have something to trade with. So that's why I'm doing that. Plus, it's a little bit of a gatekeeper. Yeah, we're trying to keep out the riffraff. We only want serious traders in my private group. And right now, I got a solid group. I got to say, I got a lot of people in there. And people who, some are more experienced than others, some are new. But what's cool about that is when a new person has a question, you can ask it in the general chat. And I got experienced people to help you out. Just simple stuff sometimes, how to navigate something on Phemex, a quick question about what does this mean or how do I do this? If I can't answer quick enough, someone else might be already in there and go ahead and respond to you. So, we got a good group of folks in there. And, like I said, having this one little gatekeep keeps out some of the riffraff. So we only have solid ones up in there. People just want to be looky-loos. They're not coming in. You got to have a Phemex account. You have to sign up with my referral link to get a Phemex account, and then there's going to be a verification tab where you put in your user ID. So, yeah, great community. See, Blockchain Cowboy loves it. He's saying it on the chat. Great community. And, yeah, and that way, I'm saying we only keep real ones in the Cassius Cuvée chat. You feel me? So that's how we definitely doing this in all 2025, man. So you got a full year for the first 50 people free in the private Discord, and we're just going to keep it lit and keep it popping. All right, so one of the things we talked about today in the chat, so you got to understand, guys, I wake up in the morning, okay? First thing I do is pull the phone up, eyes like this, like, blinding myself in bed. Okay, what's the market doing? Second thing I do is go straight to my private Discord. So I'm in there every day, okay? I have thoughts about the markets all day long. It's a hell of a thing about crypto being 24/7, man. It's always a play. It's always a play, which is, again, why I always say just take the profit and we'll find another play. If you took it too early, you might be mad. If you took profit too early, you might be mad, but you won't be as mad as if price went against you, okay, and you lost all your money that you just gained. That will make you more mad. I promise you this, okay? So don't be afraid to take profit. So this is what we're looking at here on Phemex. So, for example, I had gotten in a short up here. This is old. Let's see, when was this? This was Wednesday, last week. And I'm already been out of it. But, like, what I'm looking for is tickers. If we're short, let's say we have a short bias right now, right after yesterday's news. Bitcoin still holding up strong. I swear, Bitcoin is like, this is Bitcoin's market. Still holding up strong. But the altcoins compared to it, and this is a hell of a thing here, too. If you go up here on Trading View and click this, we can put in another ticker and it'll lay over Bitcoin, and you can see how much more bearish it's been. This is Degen, and since Thursday, lower, and then just since yesterday, we had the pump here, and then the stuff came all the way back down again. So if you're looking to short, what I have is short or long. I have a channel in the Discord for tickers. I go through them in the morning, and I see what's recently been bullish or bearish, and I'll put them in the channel. I got to tell you guys, Bitcoin is one of the most bullish tickers. It's hard to find a bullish ticker. Ondo's holding up kind of well right now. Ondo's doing all right. But Bitcoin has been one of the most bullish, so it's hard to find stuff that's bullish. But it's much easier to take to take a short, because there's a million tickers that are short. So this is Degen going down, and when you just look at the two charts, it's hard to see, but when you put them over each other, you see how Degen was way down. So like if you had a bearish bias, I always say short. I say short weakness and go long strength. So I stopped. I learned my lesson when Bitcoin was trying to kiss some underneath. It was underneath 100 grand. I was like, man, ain't no short in Bitcoin. But the other coins you can get in and get out. All right, we got Big Wish Crypto. We got a new one here in the chat. What's popping, Big Wish Crypto? Said, I had to take profit over the last 3 years to live on, but I'm living large. Hey, that's what I like to hear right there. And that's the thing, man. Nobody ever went broke taking profits, all right? Okay? And there's another one, too. Green is green. Those are the two mantras every day. I say green is green, and nobody ever went broke taking profits. If you finally got a good entry, don't watch your profits just go away, man. But if you're trying to go short the last 2 days, you're doing quite well. So Degen was better. We put that in the group. Degen, let me see actually if I can pull it up here, what tickers I put in the private group. Bullish and bearish. So the bearish tickers, okay, Degen, so let's start at the top. Now, granted, just so you guys understand, these are not, and I wrote it up here, but these are just like recently, last few days to a week. This is not necessarily like this whole cycle or anything like that, okay? ETH, always ETH. ETH hit. I got 2 notices today about ETH hitting its 52-week low. ETH has been bearish as hell. Okay. Degen, another one of my favorite shitcoin to short. Pretty easy to find bearish tickers right now. I'm right now. Okay, so Jasmine's been real bearish. Moondang is probably my biggest short. I'm up like 4,700% or something on this short, 4,500%, something like that. Woo. There's a lot. I mean, there's no point in me just listing everything, but there was a ton of bearish tickers. Bullish, there were some that were bullish relative to Bitcoin when things were bullish, but even those ones are getting hit now. You know what I'm saying? XRP, TRX. This is Tron. Tron might be still bullish, but you see the date on this is a little bit older. You want to look at the recent ones. So not many relatively bullish tickers, but ZEC, okay, ZEC has been bullish. This is what I'm saying. I look through these. So what this means is, okay, this don't mean you buy this today. That's not what that means. What it means, look, we'll put Bitcoin over. Here we go. Oh, you can put on more than one ticker. So Bitcoin is the purple one, and you can see that Zcash, ZEC, has been more bullish relative to it. So what that means is if you were to go long, it doesn't mean it's going to go up and Bitcoin's going down. It means like if you were to go long, this is a ticker that you might be comfortable. You see, I'm zooming out here, even on the 1 hour, you see it gets more and more bullish kind of. You feel me? It means that if I'm going to go long, let's say I think all of a sudden the sentiment is bullish, and let's say I'm not playing Bitcoin, I want to play one of the altcoins, I'm picking a bullish ticker. I'm picking Zcash to go long over Degen to go long. You feel me? That's how my bias works. That's how my general rule of thumb works, okay? Because what happens is if you're wrong, this is everything derives from if you're wrong, what the hell are you going to do? I swear to God, the number one thing is don't get wrecked, okay? So if you're wrong, when it goes against you, you know without getting wrecked. You know without getting devastated. You get what I'm saying? Because it's bullish already, so it's got a little bit of cushion to it. Bitcoin might start falling, and maybe it'll start falling a little bit later or not as far yet. It holds up better, and then you're like, okay, I better cut my losses, you know? Now, granted, I'm always looking at the momentum waves here. But that's kind of the purpose of it. If it's relatively bullish, you don't get stung as bad. Or like on Breakout Prop over here, I'll show you on Breakout Prop. Part of the reason I have Bitcoin on one side and I'll have another ticker on the other side. Let's see. I can pick whatever. We'll put Zcash in here. That's Zebra. That ain't Zcash. Hold on. Do they have Zcash? Let's see. Oh, I don't think they have it on here. Breakout Prop does not have everything. Okay. Let's get off Zebra. Let's look up ETH. So ETH has been bullish. I mean bearish. Jeez, definitely not bullish. I'm gonna open this up a little bit. So basically, if I'm gonna go bearish, I'm picking a ticker like ETH, Moon, one of the meme coins. All the meme coins are bearish right now. If you really want to get in one, there's so many to choose from, bro. My list is long. This one. Oh, I also put in, this is what I tell you guys, for those who are trading on Breakout Prop, it's good to join their Discord. That's free and everything. But just for nothing else, just to watch their, you want to watch their announcements because they're delisting a bunch of tokens coming up on Sunday. And I put it in my announcements actually, so that way we can even stay up to date on anything important in Breakout Prop. I'm gonna put it here. These are the tickers. I got a long list. I don't even know how many that is. I used to trade. Let's see, short mostly all these Manta. Oh man, I got a great short on Manta right now. Manta, People, Woo, WOO Woo, Sushi. Not really much. OMNI Omni. I used to trade that. DYM. I'm used to trade that because I was looking at DYM over here right now. DYM, if this one. God, I used to short so many of these. Sandbox, Ponke. Oh, I got a great short on Ponke right now. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, my God. I want to show you this because it's just so ugly. Oh, not coin. Manta has shown great promise. Well, not it. I don't know about in price action. It hasn't. Let's see. Actually, okay, let me find it real quick. Here's Manta here. Let's see if I can delete. Let me move these off the screen. We go to the daily here in Manta. Manta's been kind of ugly here, man. It pumped like when everything else pumped. It's November, December, and it's been hard going down since January. You said it's the only one that's moving. Moving in what direction? I got it on the screen right now. Let me try to turn this off so you can see it. This is Manta on the screen right now. This is November pump. This is December. It's kind of been downhill since here. It broke that support. It's been a tough call. I got in one of these lines. I don't know which one. Or actually, shoot, I might be in this one up here. Ponke. I'm in like 50 shorts right now in Phemex. That's why I had to open up a different account for the live stream trading because I got too much noise going on in my personal account. Here's Myro. See, when you look at this stuff on the daily, you see how much it's dropped. Now, granted, you could say, relatively speaking, some of this stuff is starting to flatten out. Maybe it is finding some sort of a bottom, but we would look at these momentum waves, and right now the daily is still pointing down. Got to look at that. Let's see here. Jasmine's pointing straight down. I remember whenever this was all the hype. Remember this? Oh, I remember that. I kept waiting for an entry on this. I'm so glad I just decided to short it. Oh my God. There were so many that pumped, and it was the fervor, man. All these altcoins and a lot of meme coins. Let me see. Where is Ponke at? I shorted the hell out. This was my favorite ticker to trade for a minute. So this is when, let me tell you something about this ticker. EIGN. I was trading this coin so much that this is the coin I think I really developed my shorting, my scalping strategy on, okay? And I'll tell you why. Let's see, was it this December? Was it this part? I don't remember where it was. December, it was over here. Oh, this is 24, this is 25. Oh, this is January 25. Yeah, it was somewhere around here all this crazy fervor was going on. Maybe it was in this little pump here. I don't know where it was. No. It was before Thanksgiving, actually. It was this period. It was this time period here through November. Because I thought maybe this pump was the fake pump. But here's the craziest thing, okay? even though I was going against the trend because I was shorting, I realized that I better take profit every time I get a green dot on my face on the 10-minute, because one of these pumps might happen. One of these pumps might happen. One of these pumps might happen. And that's when I started realizing, why fight it? These dots are telling me when to get in and out. You know what I'm saying? Why fight it? And so what I decided to do was just stick to the strategy, which is to take profit when I'm there. And when that happened, I realized that even though I'm trading in the wrong direction, you see this was trending up, not straight up like this, but it was pretty much trending up. I was still making money. And this is largely in Breakout Prop. And I was like, man, like, even though I was wrong, I kept thinking this was the top, and this was the top, and this was the top, and this was the top. I kept thinking all these pumps were the top, and they weren't the top, you know, and then this was really crazy right here, right? And it was like I was still able to make money because even when I was wrong, I could win. And that was the thing. I'd rather win a trade. I'd rather make money than be right. You see what I'm saying? Trying to call tops and fuck around and get liquidated or something. You feel me? So I was like, man, I could keep guessing or keep assuming or keep thinking I'm reading it correctly on the longer term, but let me just take profit on the short term. And once I started doing that, even when I was wrong, it wouldn't matter, because it was like, man, I'm glad I got out. And I just kept waiting for it. I'd rather be rich than right. Exactly. Oh, we got someone in the chat here. Adrian, quick question for Breakout Prop. When you finally get funded, do you still need to follow the max daily loss and drawdown rules? Yes. So the way it works is, once you get funded, it's exactly the same as when you do the test. So nothing changes, which is, I think, a good thing, because after you get funded, if they change the rules on you, you might mess around and get breached thinking that you're doing the same thing as you were doing before. So it's a dress rehearsal. It's exactly how everything will be on the evaluation as it is once you get funded. That's a good question, though, because you don't want to have any surprises. You know what I'm saying? It's the same margin. I mean, it's the same leverage built in, all the same rules. So if you're doing a one step, it's minus 6,000 overall for the account, and you'll get breached again. But there's no upside. There's not 10,000. You just listen. You can cash out on Breakout every single day. So you make $500, you can cash out. They posted something on Twitter today. They're like, someone got funded at, I don't know, it was like 10 a.m. and by 8 p.m. they were cashing out $500. You know, you can get your money out immediately on Breakout Prop. Once you're funded. Let's see. Oh, what's up, Clay the Great? So let's see. Cash is in the back. Muhammad Ali Boulevard, literally right behind him. All right. I appreciate it. Yeah, use the referral code. It's right up here, GGRF7W. It's a discount code, so you want to use it because you're going to get a little bit of money off. In my opinion, you can do whatever you want. I always check the box that gives you an extra 10% on the back end, because the way that Breakout Prop makes money is, or one of the main ways to make money is when you cash out. So let's say you're up $10,000. You want to cash it out. They're going to take 20% of that. They're going to take $2,000. But if you check that box on the front end, you pay an extra 10% up front, so you can keep that extra 10% on the back end. So to me, it's worth it because it's like $800 to get $100,000, but it's only $80 more, and I get to keep another 10% every time I cash out. So me personally, I would always do that. Now, breach insurance is something you can do if you want to do it. That's actually a newer feature. Breach insurance is something they added after the migration. I already have an account. I already won. So I have not started a new evaluation since I joined. So I have not tested breach insurance. But what you can do is you can talk to the chat if you want. Do you quote unquote need it? No, I don't think you need it. But I think it's breach insurance. If I remember correctly, the way it works is it's like, okay, let's say you're up a few grand, 5, 10 grand or whatever, and you were going to go get breached. Then you could, I think you get to keep the money that you were up or something like that, or a percentage of it, something like that. You don't need to check that box. But I don't know. It's something that you may want to do, may not want to do. I probably wouldn't check it. You feel me? I just, for sure, I'm going to check my 10%. The breach insurance, I don't know. The thing is, now you can withdraw every day. Or I think it's on demand. I think even multiple times a day now. So it's like, I've never done more than once a day before. But basically, just withdraw your winnings, right? This is why I always want to do the $100,000, because you got a lot of money in there. So it's like, if I'm up $5,000, I got 105,000. We'll say, I don't really need I don't need the extra 5,000 in my bank account to trade with. I mean, in my bankroll, my equity. So I just take out the 5,000. You see what I'm saying? 100 grand is plenty for me to trade with. So I basically will skim off every time I close out a big win over 100 grand. Just give me my money. You feel me? That's my approach, at least. I don't really need the money to trade with. It'd be different if like you were using that bankroll. Like if you're one of those people who go all in, and I'm like, I want 100 grand all on Bitcoin, which is really, by the way, 500 grand. Because remember, there's 5x leverage underneath Bitcoin and Ethereum. That 500 grand worth of trading power is a lot. But if it goes against you, like you better trade with the trend if you do that. Because if it goes against you, you can get breached quick. So, but if you were to do that and maybe you want to trade with 105 grand now instead of 110 grand, then you wouldn't take out that 5 grand. But for me, I'll just take the money out every time I get, 5 grand or so over the 100 grand or whenever I make a big win, something like that. Yep. So what else we got on here? Okay, blockchain. Okay, if you have good bankroll management, you don't need insurance. I mean, yeah. And always have a stop. I mean, listen, you're right, but like some things in practice, you know what I mean? Like everyone thinks, oh, I'm not going to get breached, and then you get breached. So, yeah, in perfect practice, you wouldn't need it because you're, in theory, never going to get breached. But it can happen to the best of us, especially when you're not used to it, when you're learning it. So, I agree. Have stop loss. You feel me? But speaking of Muhammad Ali and boxers, right? Mike Tyson is like everyone got a plan to get punched. You know what I'm saying? And this is honestly, again, why I developed this scalping strategy, which has built-in bankroll management in the strategy. It's not like I just come over here and set a stop loss. So I like to pull up this widget because it's the stop loss widget. Basically, it's the one. Not that it's a fibs. It's the one that will show you. Oops. It's the one that will show you like what your take profit and stuff is. The reason I don't really use it is because my strategy is based upon the actual momentum waves down here in Market Cipher B. So for me, I don't go by a price. I go by when the momentum goes against me. So I'm looking at these, if I'm scalping them on the 10-minute. Don't get me off this fib. I'm on the 10-minute. Let me go to the front of this train here. Man, this beat was a banger. This is the first rap Ben ever really rapped on. I hooked him up on that one. All right, so right now we're looking at EIGN, right? God, favorite ticker to short. It was one of my favorites. So it's giving you can see already by looking at these things. This is a good one to scalp because it gives you this volatility. It kind of goes up and down. You see what I'm saying? Gives you some zigzag. Okay, let's see. I ain't gonna lie. I have a lot of breaches before they had the insurance. Okay. Well, yeah, and we're trying to stop you, blockchain cowboy, from getting the breaches, and that's why we take the profit and cut the losses, and it's really about cutting the losses. You'd be like, oh, I think I can stay in, but I just trust the momentum waves, right? So this was a choppy period. You know what I'm saying? I don't even trade this mess, but once you start getting a little zigzag action, you'd be like, okay, this red hit, boom, you'd get out right here. If you can see this green dot down here, you get out right here. And then you'd wait for it to go up again, and then boom, you'd go in again. And just kind of keep riding the blue wave. Okay, and then let's see. That's the 1 hour. I'm sorry, that's the 1 hour. We want to see the 10-minute, really. So like this on the way down, if you've been trading this week, they give you a lot of opportunities to get out and get back in. And what happens is, sure, you have some weird times like this, in and out. And if you really, really, really did get in and out every single one of these times, you'd be frustrated because you'd be paying a little bit of fees every time. But then as soon as you got back in, you would make up for all of it with this big move right here. You see what I'm saying? So it's a strategy that, it's not going to work once maybe, but it's a system more than like a trading strategy kind of. It's more like a system. And the stop loss is built in to the fact that the momentum wave is telling you when to get out. Now, granted, when I'm on Breakout Prop itself, I still think that you should set a stop loss up here, and I'll tell you why. What if the power goes out? Okay? What if your computer goes out? What if the internet stops working or some catastrophe happens, right? You want to have just a stop loss. Maybe it's down here, somewhere up here, whatever it is, just so that, just in case of an emergency, you don't have your account get breached just on a humbug. You know what I'm saying? But it's like out the way stop loss. You feel me? So that's kind of what, that's what that's for. This is kind of a sanity check kind of thing. Yeah. Right on. I'm glad it's a profitable system, blockchain cowboy. Yeah, it's a profitable system over time because you keep adding them up. And then what happens is, here's the thing though. Like, I like to talk about the things that are not so great because I want to, like, be preparing you guys. But you do catch big ones, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me just go to Bitcoin real quick. Like, if you were just doing it on Bitcoin, right, yesterday when this all happened, right? Look at this 10 minutes on this. If you had gotten in, let me turn on the pin for this. Okay, if you had gotten in here, let's see, which one are we on here? First lap? Okay. If you had gotten in when this red dot came, you would have got to ride it all the way down to here. So that would have been a win to here. You would have got out when it turned green. You would have got right back in the next candle, and you would have rode it all the way down to here. Another great win. You know what I'm saying? So then when you wouldn't be in this one. So let's see what would have happened. You would have got in there. You would have got in. You would have got back in on this red. You would have been frustrated. You would have been frustrated by this little bullshit. In and out, right? In and out. You know, but you wouldn't be losing. You see what I'm saying? You'd be in and out, and then boom, you'd finally get back in right here, and you would just ride it all the way down here again. So you see your net positives on these bigger wins. You know, this you wouldn't be losing the whole time it went against you. You feel me? So that's kind of basically the strategy. How it works is that you're cutting your losses if they go again or taking profit before any major move goes against you. All right, Clay the Great. I don't like how Breakout always lags. When I click to a different tab, the app is god-awful, as well as got to do something to make it more user-friendly. Okay, so first of all, real quick, when was the last time you used it? I feel like it's doing a little bit better since the new migration, but I actually have a video on my YouTube channel. If you guys don't know, I have a lot of tutorial videos specifically for how to navigate Breakout Prop, and one of them is about the lagging. It says, help, Breakout Prop is lagging. I'm glad you brought that up because this needs to be addressed. So first of all, like if you ask a customer support about it, what they'll tell you is to use their default layout. Okay, sure, but like I want to have more than the default layout, right? I want to have 2 charts open because I would have like 6 or 7 charts open. Okay, so I was like doing the most, right? Let's see. I'm using it right now. I've checked out a couple of your videos. Thank God someone is making content on it right on. They should pay you for this shit. Yeah. Well, I have an affiliate link, so I get a little something if you guys use my my discount code. But yeah, man, they did not pay me for the videos. But yeah, so the lag. But very, very important point because you're in here trying to trade and you're getting fucked up. Now, this is what I did to kind of solve that. First of all, I only trade 2 tickers at once. Okay, two charts at once at least, right? Because see, here's the thing: you could have 2 windows and still have more tickers, right? You can add another chart. And this is how I have like 4 over here and 5 over here. Bro, I was doing the most, right? I had hella tickers. So I recommend only having a couple open at a time, 2 windows. It's the charts that seem to cause the most lag as opposed to all the other windows and tabs. These ain't causing the lag. It's the charts, okay? And you can like open trading view in here, but I don't do that either because it's just another chart. So start from the default, and then you make your own custom layout. I have a video about how to do that. It's like up here or something. You can make your own custom layouts and then save them, okay? And then, yeah, follow the video on that. I don't even remember how I did it. That was a while back. But now, because I love my setup now, so I got 2 charts only, and then what you do is you want to refresh. That's the trick. Refresh the page. The other thing they're going to tell you to do, what's up, All Set? Thanks for joining. The other thing they're going to tell you to do is to clear the cache. So like after a day's worth of trading or whatever, or a week's worth of trading, after you've been using it for a while, go in there and clear the cache. Oh, and the other thing is like I use only one browser dedicated just for Breakout Prop. So I use only Chrome for Breakout Prop, and then I'm like in well for TradingView, it's the TradingView app on the computer, but like for the other stuff, I'm in Brave browser. So the only time when I'm trading on Breakout Prop, it's the only window I have open inside that browser for Chrome. So there's less stuff using up memory or whatever the case may be. But if you ever get stuck or some weird shit happens, just hit the refresh button and it'll refresh the whole screen. It's annoying. I know it sucks, but that's the thing that's going to get you reset. So anyways, that's kind of the workaround. I wish that was better because it's definitely more than annoying if you try to get in and out quick, but I kind of probably overuse the refresh button just in case, and anytime I get out, I always just go clear the cache. No big deal. Yep, but that's a good question though because that actually affects you. You feel me?
All right, so we were looking at we were looking at the strategy, the 10-minute waves here. Yeah, if you had just done this the whole time, you would keep winning, because you wouldn't get burned by any of these plays. So I know there's people in longer swings and stuff. I'm actually not in any swing trades right now in the community chat. I'm calling it the private group sub account for Phemex. I'm not in any plays right now. Like I said, I'm literally in 50 trades right now. So I'm not even going to play with those because it would fill up the whole screen and it would be distracting down here on Phemex. It would be distracting down here. Now Phemex. Okay, Henry's in the building. I want to talk about Phemex too. I think Phemex, I'm still having trouble deciding where I want new people to start. Phemex is a great place to start, though, I think, because you get to adjust the leverage. And because Breakout Prop has that built-in leverage underneath it, it's kind of crazy. The price moves hella fast if you're not used to it. So I like starting on Phemex, and then you get to increase to 2x and then 3x, and then you see what 5x is like. You're like, whoa, this is way faster. Then you're 10x. You're like, okay, now I'm really moving here, right? And I'm telling you, when I started on it, it was weird to me too. But now I'm on Bitcoin, and like 50x is my starting point. This is on Fartcoin. I'm like, 50x is my default. You feel me? Well, you can probably see it up here. Yeah, 50x is my default. And by the way, it says isolation. Always have it on isolation. Don't do cross. Never do cross. Cross means it's going to pull from your whole bankroll. And you could, if you don't have any money in there, you could test it. You could see, like, if I was going to go, let's say I was going to go, let's say short here. First, it comes up like this. Okay, you see how it says, okay, my liquidation price, it would be 84,000. This would be a short, right? If 84,000 would be my liquidation price on 50x. If I was on cross, should say more. Let's see here. Yeah, now it's 205,000. So yeah, on cross it's because it's my whole bankroll. So on isolation, it's just the amount of money I have in here. This is just a $900 position here. Let's just make it a default 1,000. It's just a $1,000 position on 50x. That's like not even that much real money. What is that? That's cost me $21, right? That's nothing. So we could even do a 10,000 position, and that's only $211 for a $10,000 position. On cross, that's going to say that my liquidation is at 92,000. But then if I switched it over to isolation, let's see, my liquidation is 84,000. So you just keep it on isolation because it means that if you get liquidated, like heaven forbid you don't have a stop loss or something weird happens, you're not going to lose more than this 10,000. In this case, it'd be $211 for me, right? Whereas cross, it's going to drain your whole sub account, your whole account. And that's what you don't want. So just better safe than sorry, isolation. There's no real reason to put it on cross. Some people use their whole entire bankroll, so it doesn't really matter. But like even then, you could just keep it on isolation if you're going to use your whole bankroll on one ticker. So it seems like a small thing, but it's like everybody needs to know that. And you need to double check it too. Let me tell you this. Phemex went through an upgrade or an update on the phone app. And the default, for whatever reason on Phemex, the default seems to be cross. So you got to make sure that, it says isolation. Once you set it to isolation on that ticker, it should stay isolation on that ticker. But let's see. I'm going to just pick a random coin, and let's see if it switches it over. Let's see if it switches it over here because, come on. Let's just pick something else. Let's see a soul. I think those are all tickers I was already in. Let me see. Let me pick something. What should I pick? Give me a coin, guys. Dogecoin. I wasn't in Doge recently. I don't know. It's showing isolation right now. On the phone app, I think it's different, though. Watch out. Let me get a ticker. I ain't never. Give me some random-ass ticker. You guys, Chris, you know all those AI agents. Give me something weird. OP, did I ever trade that? I want to trade something I ain't never traded. That's hard because I done traded everything before. Let me see. Some ticker I ain't never heard of. Wall? I don't think I ever traded that. I don't know. Seems to me on the computer, isolation is the default. On the phone app, it definitely ain't. Grappling. What's the ticker, though? Let's see here. It's maybe the phone app is different than the computer. I've been doing a lot of trading on the phone app. Bome Book a Meme. I remember that one. STX. Let's see here. CHZ. I ain't never traded that. I don't know what the hell that is. Okay, well, it seems as though it's cool that the default seems to be isolation, unless I set that somewhere and I don't remember. But on the phone app, you got to watch out for that, for sure. Henry, you were asking about how you get out of a trade earlier. You found it. There's a couple ways. You can close it over here, or I always just do it down here. And you can see there's even a thing here that says close all positions, which you actually have to kind of be careful, because if you're a person like me who likes to have a lot of positions, you can actually click this and close them all. Now, maybe you want to close them all because things are all trading in the trade. I used to diversify, and sometimes I still do, where it was like, okay, I have my Bitcoin position, but I found like the 3 coins that I thought were the most, what do you call it, in correlation with it. And it would give me a little more beta while I was trading Bitcoin. And so if Bitcoin, if price did one of these crazy, waterfalls all at once, and I thought we're at the bottom, you see it's kind of going, you get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes of just sideways action. And you're like, close all. Just give me my money. Give me my money. Everything. I don't even want to little by little that shit out. I know a lot of people like taking partial profit. I'm not necessarily against that. There's a strategy for that. There's a strategy for everything. Guys, I've tried every freaking strategy, I swear to God. But which is why I'm all the way back to just simpling, just to make it simple. Like, gosh, I've tried everything, and so many things work until they don't. And if you've been around trading long enough, somebody tells you something new, and you're like, oh, man, this seems like you got it all figured out. And it worked the first time. Then it worked the second time. And then guess what happens? You go heavy in on the third time, and that's when you get wrecked. And you're like, man, this was working until it wasn't, right when I put in some big money. And that's why I'm like, let me just simplify this all the way back down, man. Let me see here. Where's my little... Where the hell is that little thing at? The widget. Oh, man. This is the beat right here. I had to wrap over this. If you guys have ever seen my old show, Poppin' Crypto with Cassius Cuvée, where I'd interview like founders and CEOs of Web3 projects, I think this beat was the first beat I ever used. It was about somebody I knew, and she traded crypto domain names. That was her play. And I have a whole bunch of crypto domain names. I'm telling you guys, I've been in every corner of crypto, okay? I own like 2,500 unstoppable domains or something ridiculous like that. You know, if you guys want an unstoppable domain name and it's taken, I might own it. So just hit me up. I'll sell it to you. For those who don't know, that's like a Web3 domain name. So for your own web page, it's also basically the only real utility I know of right now, I haven't been up on it to be honest with you, is your wallet, which is cool because a wallet address, is that long ass number. You can just make it like I have like CassiusCuvée.crypto, things like that. So that's how you do it. And there's Algorand has theirs, Ethereum has theirs, ENS is Ethereum's. And so check this out. I own web3girls.eth. Big things coming in 2025 with your boy Cassius Cuvée. All right, stay tapped in, stay tuned in. Trust me, the live stream is going to get better a few months from now. Let's just say I'm taking baby steps right now. Web3girls.eth. Yes, your boy Cassius Cuvée owns that. All right? All right, let's go. And you don't want to see the Algorand ones I own, the .algos, okay? Or even just the .cryptos. Man, I own about every PO, corn name there is. You feel me? I own hell of them, okay? But I also own like metaverse names, delivery names. Bro, I went ham. I spent way too much money on those. But they kept giving me discounts and deals and stuff. So I was like, man. But I might even own your favorite influencer's name. Shh. Gotta come holler at your boy Cassius Cuvée. Anyways, man. Smart as fuck. We'll see if I'm smart as fuck. I bought most of these in 2021 and 2022 probably. No, 2021. Actually, I bought a lot of these hella long ago. Can't keep up with them all. All right, what do we want to look at? Oh, but anyways, these beats that I'm playing, some of these ones in the background are ones I had on my show. So I got raps for them. Some of the first, like the early show, before I was using original beats. They're like other people's beats. And I was spitting on them, man. I don't know about y'all, bro, but I think I'd be nailing it on my show, Poppin' Crypto, because somebody will give me their whole business in one quick interview, 15 minutes, something like that. I'm taking a few notes, you know what I'm saying, what they're telling me. And then I just go down, write my rap, have to learn it, get my DJ, start the interview back, the next day or next week or whatever, do the interview. And then I got to spit the rap live for him. And then we go into the interview. And it honestly is kind of hard work. It's crazy because like you know, I'm landing punchline after punchline talking about their project. So you can't just step up and freestyle that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm really on point. But, like, it's crazy because sitting down and looking at the charts, I'm so comfortable with this shit. Like I said, I can wake up at 5 in the morning. It's like groggy eyes. And I'm just like, what are the charts doing? Let me check. Market Cipher B. Okay. I'm not even trading right now, bro, because look at this sideways crap. If I was going to trade, it would be scalping. You know? I'd be in and out of this shit. But I don't want to trade Bitcoin. And that's the other thing, too. I knew this bounce was coming. You can't have it drop this big without no bounce at all. And really, it's safer to short right now. So I'm like, okay, it's just more tickers that are bearish. So, like, these little bounces come, and it's like, okay, like something like now, maybe I'll be waiting for the. Let's see what happens here. Okay, we're on Degen, my old homie, Degen, right? Okay, check it out. Let's see. If anybody wants to try this, right? And FYI, remember, Breakout Prop is delisting a lot of these tickers. These tickers I have on this list for people just joined. Breakout Prop is delisting a lot of these tickers come Sunday. So if you're trading Breakout Prop right now, that's fine. Oh, but you want to check their announcements because they also have sometimes they have outages like 10 minutes, a half an hour, something like that. So you want to stay up on that. Your positions don't automatically get closed, but you might be like, holy shit, I can't trade. So you want to know that. Okay, let's see. Big Wish Crypto. It's starting to look like the great sideways, yeah, from this time of year. That's what I feel like, sideways, yeah. But that's okay. See, I don't really care. When you got a scalping strategy, it don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? You'll find an opportunity. There's a million coins. You get to zoom all the way in. You know, if you're not doing a long-term trade, there's opportunities every day, you know. But anyways, here's the ticker. Let's see. I was going down these. There's so many. ENS was bullish, believe it or not. Even though back when Ethereum was bullish, ENS was like super bullish. And then Ethereum turned really bearish. ENS was holding up strong. I kept looking for it to all of a sudden start like the bottom drop out. ENS is holding up strong. Arrow I used to trade. Let's see. ETH. Sundog, I traded that. Again, shorted like all these. Myro for show. Brett for show. Oh my God, I posted my Brett P&L this morning on Twitter. Bro, I'm up over 4,000. I remember when everyone was like, Brett's going to do this, Brett's going to do that. I shorted the hell out of it, and now we up, and I'm just riding it out. Foxy, another one. Shorted that. Mog was a good one. Vanry. Damn it, they delisted Notcoin. Remember Notcoin? That was a little tap for Telegram. I knew that was bullshit. Shorted the hell out of that. I love trading that one in and out of that. Bearish buys. Jasmine, I thought actually would have. I had big hopes for Jasmine, but I shorted it up a lot right now. I'm up like 4,000% on this. OM, the one we've been messing with recently. OM is so volatile. Look at this. It's bullish right now relative to Bitcoin. Let me see if I'm looking at this right. Look at this. OM is bullish relative to Bitcoin since, let me move this off your screen here. Since the big crash when Trump announced the tariffs, right? This is yesterday. And the chart, the candles are OM, and this red line is Bitcoin. This is the wonkiest ticker. It's bullish right now compared to Bitcoin. Why? I have no idea. It's got such low liquidity that they're delisting it from Breakout Prop. And here it is, bullish versus Bitcoin. And again, this is why I said before yesterday, you know what I mean? It's like Bitcoin is the sun. It's like stable. Ethereum's Jupiter is the next biggest one. And then all these tiny altcoins, they're just more unpredictable. They're comets and faraway planets flying around doing weird shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's harder to predict their trajectory. Much harder, right? Because I would have told you that OM was probably bearish. And here it is bullish, you know? And that's why when I do trade the altcoins, I like to diversify at least 2 or 3. But I understand that can get annoying. So, you know, it is what it is. But let's say you've been watching your favorite 2 or 3. You start getting a feel for them sometimes, you know? And again, you're still following momentum waves. You're not following Bitcoin. You're following the momentum waves, so it's doing its own thing. This would have been great to scalp. You know what I'm saying? This zigzag up and down, sure, you would have been scalping the hell out of this and probably been fine. And just ignoring what Bitcoin was doing, you know? But as far as a swing trade, coincidentally, it ended up being bullish relative to Bitcoin. I didn't see that coming, you know? Sometimes something is so bad it's good, though. Look, and as you zoom out, you can start seeing why, right? Bitcoin was going like this, and it tanked here. This is the 26th. So it's been bearish relative to Bitcoin, and Bitcoin started playing catch up is what it kind of looks like. It's so weird when you look at this chart this way. This is why I always kind of skeptical people do this, but like when they overlap charts, because right here they look like they're it always starts in sync. Bitcoin was more bearish when this was more bullish, and then it crossed. They're equal, and then it crossed today. Like today, it decided to be more bullish. Basically, right after this, it decided. Let's start it from right here, right? So this is yesterday, and ever since then, Bitcoin bottom fell out, and it started going higher. Why? I do not know. So, follow the blue waves on the ticker you're on. Bitcoin is just a guide, but it's not a guarantee. Oh, verified on DSO. Do you guys ever heard this song before? I never made a music video for this one. So DSO, that's decentralized social media. I'm the first recording artist to ever make a music video for decentralized social media. Check the blockchain, baby. But yeah, man, I really had high hopes for DSO. You know what I mean? You see, I'm not verified on Twitter or Instagram because fuck them. I'm verified on DSO. I'm verified on decentralized social media. Your boy Cassius Cuvée. I wear this because I believe in decentralization. Okay, I'm verified on DSO. But yeah, DSO. You know what I mean? I was on there with the community where I met Chris. And I've met a lot of people on there. Great community. I used to call them DSO fam. I still call them DSO fam. A lot of people moved to the Arena, which is like another decentralized social media built on AVAX. DSO is its own layer 1 blockchain. But I don't know. It just didn't catch on, didn't pop. The team wasn't really doing as much stuff as they kept on promising. And it's nothing against them or whatever. I kind of just didn't have time for one more social media that wasn't popping like that. But it was the idea of a social token. That's what I loved about it. And it was last cycle's thing, and so when the meme coins came this time, I kind of knew what would happen because I was already familiar with that. Everyone wanted to have their own coin, and I was like, this ain't going to end well. So, that's why I didn't really chase any of these meme coins, but I definitely shorted them after they pumped. You'll see the videos of me telling you how to do it on my YouTube channel. So, anyways, I still like the community on DSO, though, and a lot of those same folks are on Arena. Yeah, so... the community is cool. I was just on Arena stages yesterday. It's like Twitter Spaces. Let's see here. Okay, TRX. Now this one, let's see. See, this has been bullish relative to Bitcoin. Same thing. But this one, I kind of expected it. Look at this. Ooh. When you zoom out to, let's see, to where? This is March. They crisscross. So right here, it looks like when the real divergence happened. This is March 25th. Since March 25th, late March, Tron, TRX, has been way more bullish than Bitcoin. So this is on the list. I'm pretty sure I put it on the list of bullish tickers relative to Bitcoin in the private group. Let's see here. Yeah, TRX. Yeah, I've got it on the list here. So, I got stuff on the list here. Always double check it in recent times because things do change. I'm not like removing things from the list, just kind of check the timestamp. You're like, okay, this was back on the 29th. You might want to double check what's it doing today. I'll probably repost stuff too. I'm trying to think of the most, I look at it every day, but I'm trying to think of what it makes the most sense of the cadence to put it in here so it doesn't mislead people. If you have any ideas, I'm open to ideas for sure. Always put them in the chat or put it, and you guys notice too, by the way, if you're in my private Discord, the more you engage with just putting comments, but also engage with other people's posts, you earn experience points. And I don't have a reward set for experience points yet, but you know what I'm saying? Maybe after like 1 month of this first month, or maybe after we get the first 50 people, right? I'm going to go back through and see what's the most points and then hand out rewards for those folks who are engaging. And if you notice too, I tell my admin to give extra experience points for people who give a shout out to the group on Twitter and things like that, help promote it. And support new people, or if you help out a new person with questions, things like that, I'll make sure that you're taken care of with some extra experience points. And he's pretty generous with them when he gives them. So, stay active in there, stay positive, and more rewards will be coming your way for sure. Definitely want to reward all the good folks in the group and anybody in my community because crypto needs more cool people. I'm going to just put it that way. There's a kind of a culture sometimes on Twitter. Everyone wants to be the biggest smartass, like they're going to win something for it. I don't really get it. It's not really my thing. Because if I started hooraying people, I would just hurt their feelings to the point that they cry themselves to sleep every night, and I don't get nothing out of that. So I'd rather spend my time highlighting things that are beautiful and showing love. You feel me? Because ain't nobody really doing that often on there. People are like shocked when you give them a compliment. They're like, thanks. I'm like, bro, it's not that big a deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like, I see something good. Oh, nice job, man. You congratulate some people, you know? People just be lurking and waiting to jump on somebody when they can clown them. I don't get that shit. That ain't me, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody else. All right, here we go. With the music stop, let's get some music back here. This is the beat right here. I don't want to play it too loud because this ain't my beat. Hey, YouTube has been cool. You guys can hear the music in the background a little bit, I know, because I go back and watch the videos, and they haven't been flagging me too much for content, whatever you call it, because I've been talking over the beats and stuff. So that's been pretty cool. We can still have a party in here without getting everything flagged and only have to play my own music. Let's see. CryptoFace just mentioned right now. Seems to be being manipulated. Yeah. Things are always getting manipulated, man. I don't know. Manipulation is one of those things that, you know, we always say it when we lose a trade. Do we ever say it when we win a trade? You feel me? You always. He's saying just in general, be cautious. I feel you. But I mean, listen, we're trading through manipulation all the time. That's why I like the scalping strategy. You feel me? Like, the scalping strategy is so short term that manipulation don't really affect you. Because on a 10-minute wave, manipulation won't fuck you that fast. Not that bad, not that fast. It's really what it comes down to, right? Like, let's say we got this green dot here. You only got up a little bit. Like, you still got out before this one came. If you were trying, actually, I mean, if you went short here, you know what I'm saying? You would have gave it back and got out here at a small loss, and then you missed this candle in your face. You feel me? Like, manipulation goes in both ways, but the 10-minute chart makes it so that you dodge any of the major catastrophes. I just can't stress it enough. Every time I don't take profit, I won't say every time. More times than not, when I don't take profit, I regret it. And what ends up happening is, of course, like, so let's say, take this waterfall right here, right? Let's say you saw this big ass candle, and you got, let's say you were looking at the 5-minute chart. Let's see what this looked like. Oh shit, even the 5-minute chart. This is what I'm saying. Trading with the trend, you get quote unquote lucky, right? You're trading with the trend. You had to fight through all these dots. Really, it's the 5-minute wave, so we'll call it a 10-minute wave. But you had to fight through all those dots right here, right? In this case, you didn't. You fought through these dots, right? So here, you would have fought through this. You would have gotten this red. You've been mad that you took this green, but then you would have gotten this red, and you would have been like, "Oh shit, it's going against me." But then when it went your way, you just got all the good, gracious benefit of this trading with your friend. Trading with the trend. You feel me? The trend is your friend. Exactly. Trend is your friend until when? The end. And when is the end of the trend? Right here. Market Cipher B will tell you when the trend ends. You feel me? Right here. Now, granted, if you got a waterfall this big with the last candle this big, okay. Maybe we don't wait for the green dot then, right? Maybe I'll be like, give me my money. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's when I zoom in on the 5-minute and say, okay, well, what are we looking at here? You know? And you're looking at this now. You know what I'm saying? On the 5-minute, okay, this green goes up. Probably have somewhat of a retrace. But you're looking to take some profit when things start getting crazy. You know, even before, maybe you don't wait for the 10-minute once you got it. Just because when you have a big candle at the end of a big move, a lot of times there's a big wick at the bottom of it. In this case, there actually wasn't. But a lot of times there's a big wick at the end of it. And it's like this a lot of times, you know. And so it's like you don't want to count your chickens. You know what I'm saying? Like eventually you're gonna like just say, let me get my money. You know. That's why I say you start getting a feel for it. ETH is taking a nosedive. See what everything's starting to point down now. See, look how bad. Oh, let me go back to this. Look how bad ETH goes compared to Bitcoin. It's like anytime stuff goes down, ETH just shits the bed, bro. Anyways, guys, I got to go to San Francisco here. Some of my homeboys got a penthouse party, rooftop party, something like that in a little bit. I'm about to meet up with Adam out there. If you guys don't know, Adam Charles, my homeboy, he manages all the influencer groups and stuff. And I'm scooping him up, and we're going to go to this party. Probably wrap it up here. Damn, look at this. Okay, let's watch this wick real quick, okay? So you see what I'm saying? It goes there. You get a candle like this, you might want to take some profit. You feel me? Like, this is the 1-minute chart. You're going to probably catch a bounce. And let's see. Let's wait 1 more minute, 2 more minutes, see if it does a little retrace, right? Like, they're right here figuring out what do we do? Is it going higher or lower? Like, okay, you caught the bounce. Maybe you don't panic sell here, but you stayed in it to see if you caught a little bit more. Yeah. Let's see, right? So you're not – let's go to ETH real quick. Let's find ETH. I don't even keep ETH near the top, so. Come on, ETH, where you at? Here it is. Boy, look at this candle on ETH. Jesus. Yeah, man. And this is the 10 minute. So like when it starts doing some crazy shit like this, I'm zooming in on the 5 minute, 3 minute. You know, I'm looking closely like, okay, what is Market Cipher telling me? Like we don't even have a green dot on the 1 minute yet. So yeah, I would stay in this. You know what I'm saying? Somebody is cleaning up right now. This is what I'm saying. You're trading with the trend, and eventually you just catch the big kahuna. And you're like, yeah, okay, finally you're getting a wick. So what's going to come first? 1 minute dot's got to come first. I'm not getting out this trade till I see at a minimum of 1 or 3 minute dot. You know what I'm saying? I can't get out if there's no 1 minute dot, right? If we're shorting, we're looking for a green dot right here. It sure has come yet. Still dropping. And meanwhile, Bitcoin is barely even dropping. Okay, now it's bouncing. Okay, so now it's bouncing. We see it bouncing. Okay, we're looking, okay, we should have got out. Let's see what's going to happen, right? Like, again, I probably would have taken, I mean, maybe not. I don't know. It's only a 1 minute dot. It'll probably retrace. Let's see if it retraces a little bit. And then maybe you want to get out on that retracement. It depends how much money, you know. If you're up like a couple $1,000 right now, you know, and you're normally making only $300 a trade, you might say, give me my money. You feel me? Ain't no money like short money, Clay says. We're seeing that 8-week bear div coming into play. 8-week bear div, okay, let's see. Yeah, and see something like this, I might be like, shit, I'm mad I didn't get out the bottom, give me my money. Okay, so now we got, let's see. I bet you we don't have a 3 dot. We don't have a 3 minute dot yet. We're still looking. That long ass wick is sometimes a sign of a bottom. So basically, let's say I was still in it. I'm looking for that next play down, and I'm probably getting out. Let's hope. If I was short, I'd be like, well, let's hope that it ain't the end of the road right here. Let me get this off here. What's the arena beat right here? Yeah. Nice. You just shorted ETH real quick, made a quick $160. Okay, you say real quick, where were you in? Were you in Breakout Prop, Blockchain Cowboy? Quick in and out, just like that. Stack those wins, baby. So you got out too. Yeah, I mean, this is an anomaly, right? Like obviously this candle is freaking huge. You know what I'm saying? Like this is when I'm like, okay, I'm gonna cheat ahead. Yeah, Breakout Prop. This is when I'm gonna cheat ahead. You know, a good thing, and you took your profit exactly. Like, man, that long-ass wick, I don't know, cuz, you know what I'm saying? And then we're looking over here at Bitcoin, too. You guys can't see it that well. Okay. Bitcoin's bouncing, too. You know what I mean? I'm like, you don't always catch it perfect, you know what I'm saying? But this is such a big-ass waterfall that it's like, sometimes you just say, give me the money, bro. Sometimes you just say, give me the money, you feel me? Hey, nice win there, bro. We're going to end on that high note. And I'm still long in ETH, too, and BTC. Okay. Well, then, you know what I'm saying? That's what you do. You hedge your bets, right? That's why they call them hedge funds. You know, you're making money both ways. You got your long-term play, but on the in-between, you take the short-term plays, and then that's how you make up for it when there's drawdowns, you know? All right, y'all. Right on. Good stuff today, fellas and ladies out there. If there's any ladies out there watching this on the recap, we're going to close it up. But, yeah, we got to see this crazy waterfall happen right now. You feel me? Make sure you post that win. I know they don't have in Breakout Prop. I wish they had the P&L sheets, but I don't know if you want to post it. How you want to put whatever. If you guys do win though, and you have the P&L sheets on Phemex, post the wins in the the Discord chat. We got the wins section over here. I think I'm the only one posting them so far. Let me see here. Oh, I gotta put this one up here. The wins. Where are the wins? The wins. Here are the wins. Oh yeah, right here, Vandry. I don't think I posted that one. I've been hiding some of these. I've been keeping them a secret. You guys only want to know how many of these shorts I have open, bro. I didn't believe in none of this shit. So yeah, this one I posted today, Vandry. That was my regular Cash 2. That's my sub account. This is my regular one. Yep. So post the wins in here if you guys got them. And here's the general chat. Feel free to always be active in there. And that's about it for now, ladies and gents, players and pimps. We're going to wrap this one up for your boy. What should we play him out to? Let's see. We're going to play it out. One time for the one time. One time for the one time. Unique. Join the Market Cipher. Join the Market Cipher. It's banging in here. Want to DJ on more than a weekend. Look. Cuvée enjoying Momo, diving in the FOMO, living in the future like a 30-40 flow. If you didn't get your running back and play a slow-mo, ride a blue wave or go broke like a hobo. Be a big dog, not a small-time guy like a bonsai. Why? I'ma call my guy, hit crypto face, get him on my side when I see Bitcoin hit an all-time high. Join the Market Cipher. Join the Market Cipher. Yee! Peace, y'all. Let go.